what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about healing and dealing with breakups. If you guys do not know, I did break up with my boyfriend of 5 years, which is a long ass time, over the summer. And that's one of the reasons why I wasn't really vlogging a lot, because we weren't really hanging out a lot. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have known because I did mention it on there. And it was just a really rough time for me in the beginning. I lost somebody that I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with. I lost like my best friend.
Drop in here and say, do not be fooled by the words best friend or friend. Like, your friend or your best friend will never treat you poorly and will never disrespect you in whatever way this person has disrespected you guys to break up. So do not be fooled by those words.
I've tried to make this video like a million times, but I was always so emotional about it. But I feel like it's been about 6 months. I've been completely single and not looking and not mingling and not anything, and just really focusing on myself. And I feel so good. And I never thought I was gonna feel this way. I think when you go through a breakup, you think this is the end of the world. Like, this is it. Like, I'm gonna die. And it's not. When you're in that moment of like going through a breakup, you only think the negative. But one thing that you need to remember, although it sucks ass right now at the moment when the breakup is fresh, it will get better. It will get better. You will feel better. You will be a better person. You will be good. There's always gonna be somebody else. So if you guys are going through a breakup right now, I just want to put that out there as the first thing I say. Whether you continue watching this video or not, please know that this too shall pass. You will be better. You will feel better. You will not feel like complete shit. You won't feel worthless, and you won't feel like that and how you're feeling right now anymore eventually.
So on one of the worst nights of my breakups, it wasn't right at the beginning, it was right smack dab in the middle, because sometimes in the beginning you're at a little bit of a shock, you're angry, you go through all these things, but though there's a point that comes where you will break down randomly. And it'll really hit you. And that night, you need to be surrounded by good people and good friends that will take care of you, because it's that night you'll want to end it all. And that's what we don't do on this channel. And we do not do that. And I would hope that you guys are stronger than that. But I've had those moments where I literally wanted to end it. And through my tears, I said to my friend, I was like, friend, hold me accountable to this. One day we're going to look back and we're going to laugh at this moment. And I want you to really hold me to that. And that day came.
So I really sat there and I thought the worst of myself. And then I sat there and I thought the worst of him. And then I sat there and I thought the worst of everyone around us and his friends and his influences and all of these different things. And what you need to come to terms with and what you need to like hold on to and get a grip on is that people are brought into your life for certain reasons. People are brought into your life to help you through certain situations. So you may not have seen it at the time, or you may not have realized that this is what is happening, but they've served their purpose in your life. I've had instances where I randomly speak to a stranger on the subway or something like that, and they say something that literally resonates with me and I keep for the rest of my life. Like, things like that could happen and you don't know this person from anywhere, but they taught you something. So I think that's something that I want you guys to keep in mind, is that people come into our lives for reasons, and when they've served their purpose, it's time for them to go. I think we love to be attached and we love to hold on to people so dearly to us because they have helped us, because they have been that positive influence. But their absence, or when things don't really work out, it truly is for a reason.
I want you guys to really sit there and think about the relationship. what did you learn from that relationship? What lessons did it teach you? And not just like simple things, but like what life lessons did it teach you about maybe yourself, about that person and the kind of person that you want, maybe about the family members or situations that you've found yourself in. Like, what did you learn from that relationship? And what are maybe lessons that that relationship is supposed to teach you? That's how you need to look at this breakup, as a lesson and as a teaching situation. The faster you start thinking of this breakup like that, the faster you heal yourself, the faster you accept, what went wrong and what happened. And the faster you will feel better and find somebody else, because you'll take those lessons and you'll work on yourself with that.
I'm going to have so many resources in the description below, so please make sure you guys check that out. At the beginning of my breakup, I was partying a lot, I was living my best life, I was having a hot girl summer, and I genuinely enjoyed my summer. I made new friends. I had great experiences that I have not had before, and I was just around different people. And I think that's something that is kind of important to do and kind of allow yourself to have fun. Allow yourself to go out and do different things. So initially, I just wanted to stay in bed and cry all day long. I allowed myself that as well. But at the very beginning, it's okay to go out. It's okay to meet new people. It's okay to have fun and experience life. And I honestly believe, like, when you're going through a breakup, allow your friends in to help you. Like, if they're like, let's go here, say yes. Like, don't say no to anything unless it's like something like real crazy that you're not sure if it's safe or not. But go, do it. Get yourself out of your house and do it.
The time to reclaim your independence, girl. You a bad bitch. You single. Have fun. Enjoy it. Just chill out. You don't need to go find another man. You don't need to do nothing. Just enjoy your time with your friends or your family or just by yourself. There's nothing wrong with chilling by yourself and doing the things that you love to do. Whether it's working out, whether it's reading, whether it's painting, whether it's exercising. Do what you love to do during this time. And stay off social media. Do not post that quote, sis, he don't care. Do not post talking about how you're a bigger and better person. Just don't do it. No one cares. No one needs to know. You know that to your heart. Stay off social media and don't let him see you sweating anything. Do not show any emotion.
I don't know, like at the end of a breakup, you kind of like think back and you work it out in your head, like what could I have done better? What could I have like what is it that caused this relationship to end? And that's just something that I personally do, is like I want to know the whys. I want to know what can I do to be better. Like from all of my failures, I want to know what to do so the next time I try something like this, I can succeed. And I've had this conversation with my ex, and he told me a lot of things that he was just unhappy with, which granted, things that he was unhappy with is just a him thing. It's not like a me thing. It's just something that he couldn't deal with. But you always want to take people's criticisms with a grain of salt, because that's how somebody else is viewing you. And if somebody else is viewing you like that, there may be some sort of truth to it if that person is someone that knows you really, really well. I want to make that point clear, because sometimes it doesn't matter what other people think of you. But for me and in my situation, he knew me really well, and it wasn't about what I did as a person. It was just ways that I reacted or I acted or whatever the case was in the relationship. And that's what I want to know, where I went wrong, or where I went wrong in his eyes. And I told him the same thing. I told him the same thing that he did wrong in my eyes. So for the next relationship that we're in, like, I'll know what to kind of be conscious of. So that's another thing that you really want to kind of take in during this time that you are single and you are alone and you are kind of just hanging out and chilling by yourself and finding yourself again. Because it is true, like when you are in a relationship, you lose yourself. You become one with that person. You literally may revolve your life around that person, or you guys work together to create like a schedule to be together. So there's a lot of things that we sacrifice when we are in relationships, as everyone does that. That's okay to do. It's just very important to maintain separate lives and do separate things, and that's just being in a mature relationship. There needs to be boundaries set in place, having that mutual respect for each other and each other's lives. And it's truly something that if you really want your relationship to work, you can't be crazy emotional. As contradictory as it sounds, like, although you love somebody so much, you need to love them and respect them, respect their time, respect their space. And that's really, truly something that you need to both be on the same page with. Otherwise, the relationship isn't going to work out. If you're noticing that this person is not treating you right or treating you the way you know you deserve to be treated, or you know, you guys are fighting a lot, or there's just different things going on, do yourself and me the favor and just really have a serious conversation about it. And if it's not working out still, end the relationship. It may sound crazy, it may sound harsh, it may sound like whatever, this girl's crazy, she don't know what she's talking about, but honestly, if I had ended this relationship when I first started feeling disrespected, or I first started feeling like, you know, this might not be it, or, you know, like this is too hard or it's too much, I would have been single like years ago.
It's really important to recognize when you are settling in a relationship. If there's cheating going on, if there's lying, if there's sneaking out, if there's emotional abuse, if there is, you know, like somebody's putting you down, like your intelligence down, or putting you down because of your weight or anything like that, that is not okay. That is not just kind of rolling with the punches. That's very disrespectful and very rude, and you don't want to deal with that from the person that you're supposed to be in love with, that's supposed to take care of you and protect you. Nobody that actually cares about you is going to do anything of that sort to you. And please always know that you cannot change somebody. If that's how that person is, that's a character flaw on them, and that's something you do not deserve and do not need to be a part of. That's their issue, not yours, and you do not need to subject yourself to that. And please always know that just by loving somebody, it's not going to change their bad attitude.
We always think, oh, this person loved me so much in the beginning. Yeah, people's emotions change. You can love somebody so much in the beginning, and then throughout the time, that changes. People fall out of love. People, you know, they change their mind. Change your mind. And although it sucks, it's okay. Okay, so there are two things. One, you break up because the situation isn't right or whatever. There's no cheating or anything. And then two, there's relationships that have cheating, which is like a whole different ball game. You know, somebody that you kind of just grew apart from, maybe you can come back together. However, cheating is just a completely different thing. So cheating is just the ultimate form of disrespect, because that person that's supposed to be your person, that's supposed to take care of you, that's supposed to protect you, that's supposed to be your person, who knows you inside and out, they're betraying that trust. They are saying to themselves in their head, yeah, I love this person, but right now, this is about me. And they're being selfish. You cannot be selfish in a relationship. You cannot do that. That's not how it works. When you cheat on somebody, you're literally saying, fuck you. I don't care. And no matter what way you twist and turn it, if you're putting yourself in a situation where something can happen, and that's the first big red flag. If you find yourself allowing certain things to happen and allowing certain situations or things to slide by because, oh, it's not that big of a deal, no. No, you need to really, really focus in on the things you want and think to yourself, how would this person feel like if I did that to them? And how would they react? And that's something you really have to take into consideration, and you have to stand up for yourself.
Quickly touch on red flags and your gut instincts. When weird things are happening and things that you're kind of like, this is weird, I don't know about this, I don't know if I kind of like this, like this is very strange. Your gut instinct and your intuition is so real and so on point. Please listen to it, and listen to it as it comes. Like if your initial thought is like, whoa, that's weird, listen to that, because the more you think about it and the more you kind of like go through it and really like, is this what is this? That's your ego coming in and justifying it. But your first initial instinct is what it is. That is your intuition. That's what you need to listen to. So if he's saying he fell asleep for like 24 hours, he lost his phone, he got work till God knows when, and you're just like, I don't think so. Listen to that.
Cheaters always come back and they always want to be friends. No, you cannot be friends with your ex at all. You cannot. Some people are, if you have mutual kids. Once you break up with somebody, you cannot be friends right away. You need to let a lot of time go by, because once you start that friend thing, it's gonna just get complicated and messy. One of the things that I definitely would recommend doing is, after you found out somebody broke up with you, block them. Block them, take all the time you need for yourself, and just have absolutely no contact with them.
When you first break up and it just happened, please enforce the no contact rule. Do not contact this person. Do not speak to them. Take them off your social medias, and don't post about them. Don't post that quote, sis. He don't care. Go to sleep. Go to bed. Enjoy your holidays. Do not contact him. Don't post anything. Don't post anything emotional on your social media. Nobody needs to know how you're feeling besides yourself and your friends, your family, whatever. Do not post it. The more you post, the more he's gonna think to himself, wow, like, this is where she's at in her mindset. She's still upset, and he's not gonna contact you. He's not gonna do anything. You don't want to give away your emotions via social media, and just leave him alone. He didn't care enough in the first place. That's why you guys are broken up at this point. So he's not gonna care now.
During that time, you're not having any contact with them. Focus on yourself. Invest in yourself. Treat yourself the way you know you deserve to be treated, and the way you want to be treated by other people. Treat yourself like that. And you will notice such a difference between not having that person in your life anymore and taking away that power from them, and just giving that power to yourself. Giving that love you invested and you spent so much time giving to them that they didn't want to receive. Spend that love and give that love to yourself. You want flowers, girl? Go buy yourself some flowers, set it up in a pretty vase, and put it on your desk. Or go buy yourself some chocolate covered strawberries. Or if you're craving something really badly, go do it yourself. You are a strong ass woman, and you need to realize that. You don't need a man to do anything for you. Men are good for reproduction, and that's about it. You can do every single thing for yourself, by yourself. And when I say that, I don't want to offend anyone, but that's just the truth. Women are powerful people. We can do so much. Us women are so strong and so capable, and we just give in to all of these societal pressures where it's like, oh, a man does this, a man does that. No. No. You can make your own money. You can buy your own shit. You can own a house by yourself. You can do all of these things by yourself. Men not needed. Men not included, and men not needed. So I just want you to kind of have that mindset, because for me, I think that's definitely something that made me feel so empowered as a woman. And I want you guys to realize, were created for men. They need us. We don't need a man. We didn't ask for this. You know what I mean? I just think it's very important to realize how special you are. Although somebody and one person doesn't think that, and although you might think to yourself, wow, like, this person knew me so well and he doesn't want me anymore, or he doesn't love me anymore, or he gave up. That's his loss. If you are a real solid person and he chose to give that up, it's his loss. Also very important, prayer and talking to God, and or whatever your belief is. I think it's very important to pray on it, speak to the universe, whatever it is that you feel like can help you, whether it's crystals or candles or prayer or meditation. I think it's very important for you guys to focus on that and really give all of your energy into forgiving yourself for allowing this to continue for so long. And I think that is definitely the number one step, forgiving yourself and allowing yourself to feel all of these emotions. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to not want to do anything. It's okay to want to sulk in bed for a couple of days. It's okay to not feel like hanging out with your friends. But on days that you feel a little bit good, do something, move, go out. But at the same time, allow yourself those days where you just can't do it and feel those feelings. I think what is so hurtful and so painful, and I realize this and I wish I had realized this earlier, but you really don't realize it when you're in the moment. You're just like, shut up, I don't want to hear any advice, I just want to feel like shit, right? Like, that's genuinely a feeling, and that's okay. But once you feel a little bit better, you'll look back and you'll be like, wow, I wasted a whole day, or I wasted this whole entire couple of days being really upset about something, when I could have just accepted it and accept those feelings and let those feelings flow through you. I cannot tell you how many times, I think even today, like, I tear up and like I cry because, you know, it's not so much that I'm crying for this person. It's more like I'm just mourning a loss. I'm mourning a loss of a very good time in my life, a very, you know, a good friend of mine. And you know, you really have to consider them like gone. Although they are not, and you know, it's just kind of like a mindset, it's a really helpful mindset, because at this point, once you've been disrespected and, you know, it's just, they made that conscious decision to leave you or to not want to be in a relationship anymore, don't chase him. Do not chase a man. Do not chase anybody in your life. If people want to be in your life, they will make an effort to be in your life. If not, then that's not your place. You can't force people to love you. You can't force people to want to be with you or want to spend time with you. And realizing that and being okay with that is something that is something that you're going to learn during this time. I think it's very important to learn how to be by yourself and love your own company. Whether it's, you know, you want to go to the gym, whether it's you want to go for a walk, whether it's reading all the time, or you know, like doing something productive. That is your right, and you should absolutely be doing that. I think during this time as well, it is important to use really good methods to feeling these feelings. Like I said, I have a journal. I journal all the time. When I first broke up with my ex, I wrote him a ton of letters. I started writing a ton of letters in a book to him, that anytime I wanted to talk to him, I would just write it down. I would just write it. I would write, like, I would curse him out, I would cry, I would break down, I would write everything out into this book. And genuinely, it made me feel better. I would also leave voice notes on my phone. I think what's very important to do is those times when you do feel better and you feel good about yourself, leave yourself voice notes and kind of like words of affirmation. Like, talk to yourself as if you're talking to a friend. Give yourself advice, and those moments when you feel so down and so weak and you're starting to kind of forget, because that's what we do. We tend to like push all the negative things at the back of our head, and we're just like, no, let's do it. Let me talk to him. I just want to talk to him one more time. I need closure. I need this. I need that. Don't do it. There's no closure. Don't do it. Like, make the voice note and listen to it. And, you know, like, I have voice notes titled when you wake up in the morning, or when you find out that he has somebody new, or when you feel like texting him, or when you remember a memory. And talk to yourself and say, you know, like, when you remember memories, say to yourself, you know, this was a great time. I had so much fun that day. This was a great memory, and, you know, hopefully in the future I'll have memories like this with somebody new who loves me and who appreciates me and who will not disrespect me and stay by my side. That's the kind of messages you want to leave yourself. In the morning, I have one for the morning, because after my breakup, I went through like depression. Like, I had like really bad depression. I wasn't eating for like weeks. I didn't want to wake up. I wanted to just sleep all the time. I felt horrible. I cried like for weeks, like all day, every day. I couldn't function. I could not function. And, you know, although that's kind of normal-ish, it gets to a point where it's like, it's not that normal. Like, this is not okay. Like, this is a real, like you really need help. So I did get help. I did a lot of the journaling that helped me. I also talked to a lot of my friends. My friends were always there for me, so I appreciate you guys all so much if you guys are watching this. I spoke on it like 24/7 because I had to get it out of me. Like, I could not keep these thoughts in my head. That's why the voice notes worked so well, and that's why like writing it down works so well. Because you can't talk to that person. The person that broke you is not the person that's going to fix you. You are going to fix you. Do not jump into another relationship expecting another person to fix you too. And that's something that I cannot stress enough. I'm going to get back to the voice notes, but that's something I cannot stress enough, is like, you can't jump into another relationship after you've just came out of one. Like, you need time to heal. You need time to process everything. I think it's very, 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 very selfish when you break up with somebody that you jump into a relationship with somebody else, because you're playing with that person's feelings now. You're just thinking to yourself, okay, well, yeah, I'm with somebody new, I'm upgrading, or I have somebody else and that person doesn't, haha. You'll date a person just to kind of go out and like post pictures about it just so it looks like you're dating a person. But all of that is ridiculous. Like, you really need to take time for yourself. You really need to take time to heal yourself and mourn that loss of a breakup, because it is a breakup. You are losing somebody. You are losing a part of your life. And although it sucks and nobody wants that, that's really truly what it is. And you have to give yourself that okay to feel your feelings. So in the mornings when I would wake up, and this is one of the voice notes that I left for myself in the mornings, because when I would wake up, I would be in a panic. I would wake up in a panic. I would wake up like feeling horrible. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was just like I would wake up and I would feel this urgent, like, all of my feelings kind of like came back and is like crumbling down on me, and I would lose my shit. I would lose my shit. I would cry. I would try to do any and everything to not feel that way. And I just felt like, when I say the feelings were crashing down on me, it was like you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're too fat, you're too this, you're too that, you don't make enough money, you are horrible, your room is always messy. Like, all of those feelings would crash down on me in the mornings, and it was just ridiculous, and I couldn't deal with it. So in the morning when I woke up, I made the voice note like, you're strong, you're smart, you're beautiful, you are worth it, you are somebody's everything, you are, you know, there's positive words just talking to myself. And I swear to you, it really truly helped me so much, hearing myself say these things about myself, hearing and knowing that at one point in time I felt like this and I was strong enough to make this voice note, and that helped me. Like, my own self, like my own strength, like helped me. And like I was saying, journaling really helped, and like writing those letters to that person helped so much. I would get rid of all of my emotions. I wrote a letter to his mom, his sister, his friends. Like, I wanted to like be able to voice all of my thoughts out in a letter to give to them. I gave them everything. I told them everything. So it's out of my head now and on paper, everything that I feel. And I can't tell you how good that truly feels when you're able to express all of your thoughts out and it's actually on paper. And I don't know, maybe it's because I truly loved that person that I'm able to let that person go, because I have so much love in my heart. Although I have a lot of hate as well, I have so much love in my heart that I truly do want that person to be happy. And even though it's not with me, I still want that person to be happy. So I think that's how you know you actually really love somebody. If you don't have those thoughts in your head and, you know, you're just like, no, they need to be with me, you kind of want to reevaluate the situation, because I feel like once you truly do love someone, you want the best for them, whether that's with you or not with you. So I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. I think that's really how I healed a lot of I did a lot of reading. I'll show you guys. I'm very into self-help books. I have so many of them. Again, I'm going to insert all of these in the description for you guys. And I haven't read all of them, but I have to get through them. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I will insert that below. I followed a lot of like breakup people. I listened to breakup podcasts. I really took this time to kind of focus in on myself, because I feel like I had a lot of issues in our relationship as well, and not with that person, but just within myself. I just wasn't as open-minded as I am right now, where I thought like, you know, this person is it, like I have to make it work with this person, otherwise that's it. But that's not true. That's not true at all, and I don't know why for such a long time I thought that. But I listened to a lot of these like life coaches and things, and it really made me realize that I needed to focus on myself. And sometimes we need that. We can't love somebody else until we love ourselves. And I feel like because I was settling and because I was allowing myself to just kind of, I was allowing myself to be put on like the back burner almost, I lost myself. And I think during this time when you're single, I think it's so important to grow mentally. Really take this time to figure out who you are as a person, to kind of like hit that refresh, restart button. And you know, I think it's so exciting starting over with somebody new too, that it's like you have that like, it's called limerence, but it's like that like excited, bubbly, butterfly kind of feeling when you start talking to somebody new. It's like exciting. You get super excited when you get a text message, things like that. I love that feeling. So I think, you know, at a certain point, you just, when you accept it for what it is, and you're just like, you know what, there's 7 billion people on this earth or more. It's okay if this one person, it doesn't work out with this one person. There's so many other people that it could possibly work out with. So I think just keeping that in mind as well. But yeah, focusing on yourself, taking care of yourself, going to the gym, reading. Like I feel like now, like when I see my couple friends, I'm just like, god damn it, I'm so happy that I am single. Like I don't have to answer to nobody. I don't have to fight with anybody. I can literally go to sleep when I want to go to sleep. I don't have to, I can watch movies by myself. I can watch my favorite movies by myself. And if I want to watch a movie with somebody, I'll watch it with my friends. So I think it's really, really important to just embrace this time, enjoy it. You don't have to think about anybody, you don't have to do anything for anybody. You can actually use this time to be selfish, and it's not a problem because you don't have to answer to anybody. And I think I really like that feeling, and I don't know, I just personally love learning and exploring myself. Maybe it's the Sag in me, but I don't mind being by myself. I feel like I always have something to do. I always have, you know, people to talk to, like you guys. So maybe it's just different for me, but yeah, just at the end of the day, focus on yourself. And I know people say that and it's so freaking annoying because like, who wants to hear that? But like, learn something new, do something with your time, do something you've always wanted to do that you just couldn't do. And I think to kind of really get over the breakup, you almost have to think to yourself and remind yourself of the bad as opposed to thinking of the good memories. Because yeah, good memories are good, but you have to just say to yourself, okay, I accept that these memories are great, but they're not here anymore. They are memories. You cannot live in the past. You have to live right here in the present. And do not worry about the future. Because although for a majority of the time, like, your eyes are on the prize and it is on the future and what you're gonna gain, you really want to enjoy and learn through this process of being present in the moment, and like the process to getting to that prize. Like, that's really where it's at. That's really where you learn and you grow during that process. You can't just automatically think about the prize, the prize, the prize. You have to think about that growth.
I think the best thing that my ex has ever given me was to cheat on me, honestly. Because if he didn't, I wouldn't be where I am right now, and I love where I am because the things that I've learned and the things that I was forced to do because of this situation, I would have never done otherwise. I'm so much stronger now. I'm so much wiser now. I've put in so much into myself, working on myself, realizing issues that I didn't even know I had, childhood traumas. And really, this whole process for me has just been an eye-opening experience. And I think that is crazy how everything happens for a reason. I can literally feel myself evolving and feel myself learning and growing from this situation. I think that's just why these things happen. It's literally a stepping stone to the next level. And I love this process because I know the work that I'm putting in now for myself as a single woman, I know that I'm putting it in not only for myself, but for my future husband or for my future boyfriend. And I'm gonna be able to give that person the best version of me.
I hope this has helped you guys. Check out the description. I'm gonna have all of my resources down there so you guys will be able to see it and enjoy it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will chat with you guys in another video. If you guys do not follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me. It is at REESIIBABE. I'll chat with you guys later. See ya.